Hi everyone, my name is Greg Ellis and welcome to Redskin Review. This is our 6th edition of the 2010 football season, and it's being taped on Wednesday, September 29th. And in this show, we're going to look back at the Redskins' big win over Northwest on the road, and we'll look ahead to the first league game at home against Loveland this week. As always, Dan Alvarez, Jeff Geesting with me. Guys, welcome.
Thanks.
Coach, you had a big game on the road. You dominated Northwest on defense, and you put up a lot of yards on offense, 442 yards on offense. I thought it was a well-rounded game on both sides.
Yeah, we felt like we played pretty well in all phases of the game. I mean, I think the first 3 times they had the ball were 3 and outs, so defensively we were really happy with that, because we got our offense on the field. We weren't as crisp maybe starting off the game offensively as we could have been, but we were effective, and then they found their groove, and then they played pretty well after that, and then we did some good things on special teams, and Tommy Chapman did a nice job kicking the ball for us, and so it's good to go on the road, long road trip, and get the win.
Yeah, Jake Nelson had a pretty big game himself. He had 150 yards, 4 touchdowns, and again having a pretty big senior year. And it's just amazing the senior running backs that we get every year seem to do a nice job for you.
Well, some of it is when they're a senior, it means a lot to them, and they're really working hard. And Jake has put his time in, and even though he got to play some games and start a couple games last year, this is his year, and being a captain, it means a lot, and he's worked very, very hard for it. And then some of it is the system. I mean, we're a tailback-oriented team, and that's where we need to have a marquee guy that's going to be able to get some yards for us. So, but it does seem like we do always have a senior that steps up and really does a good job for us.
And, we've been talking, Greg and I were talking about a little bit on the air, is that it seems like each week, starting from that Oak Hills game up until now, how that offensive line just seems to continue to get better, and they were putting up some bigger holes there for Jake, and also did a nice job for Nick Mason.
Yeah, I think they're finally understanding, what Coach Standard wants out of them all the time, every play. They're still a fairly inexperienced group because Ronnie Giver's the only one that really had a whole lot of varsity playing time going into the year. And so, we've played 5 varsity games. That's not a lot for kids to really get ready, as physical as we expect our guys to be up front. But they are improving, and our run game seems like it's gelling more, and we're getting more and more things we can rely on, and which is good.
It also helps that you have a good receiver. You got Jordan Shelton, had a huge game again, 6 receptions, 140 yards, and a touchdown. And, man, I'm telling you what, each week he does something that just blows you away.
Yeah, he's really, really a talented kid for us, and he's really come on his senior year as well. And, he's got a lot of just natural things going for him. He's tall, he can run. He's not exceptionally fast, but he's fast enough. And he runs really, really good routes.
I was just getting ready to say that.
He does. He runs great routes. He understands where he needs to be in zone coverage and where the holes are, and then how to escape against man-to-man. And, if the kids from Cleveland Glenville couldn't cover him, there's not a whole lot of guys that we're going to play that can cover him one-on-one. So as long as he's playing hard and doing what he can do, he's going to have 6, 7, 8 receptions every game for us.
Defense had another really good game, and like you said, the first 3 or 4 times they had it 3 and out. I think they didn't get a first down until more than halfway through the second quarter.
Right.
But they only got 23 yards for the whole game rushing, and most of those came in that last drive against the twos. But you had to be happy with the way the defensive line in particular played.
Yeah, they played real well. We changed our scheme and went with a 4-man front because we had some injuries in the linebackers, and we really just didn't have enough depth there, so we kind of went with a 4-2 scheme. And the defensive line is kind of the deepest area that we have right now. Depth is a major concern for us, but at least at the D-line, some of our younger guys are coming on a little bit, and we have some more depth there. And they did a really good job in a week's time of implementing what we wanted them to do and staying in their gaps and pursuing. We had a fair amount of negative plays and so forth. So, yeah, to hold somebody to 23 yards on the ground is definitely going to win you some games.
Well, they came in with that really good running back, Ron Turner, and he carried 9 times for 2 yards.
Yeah, is that all he had?
So
he was playing defense, too.
Yeah.
And I think they were taking him out on defense some, too, trying to keep him fresh. But, you know, once they got behind, they ended up throwing the ball a lot more, and so they're not going to run it as much. He kind of abandoned the running game.
Yeah.
That's one reason why the game took so long, I think.
And boy, did it.
Yes, it did.
We ran out of
Tape.
and we ran out of time on the
internet.
But did you know it did come back on? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
We were only off for like about 2 minutes on the internet, then we came back on. So
I was just too frustrated with why it went so long. Anyways, you know that just blew me away that the game went that long.
yeah, I had several people tell me that what happened for like 2 minutes there. I said, well, we were gone, and they said, no, you came back on.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So we did come back on.
First half wasn't so bad. The second half was just really, really.
Oh
really
my gosh!
brutal.
And he, like I said, somebody's going to throw the ball a lot. That happens. And if you happen to get two teams that are throwing it around, you're going to be there for 3.5, 4 hours.
We were.
Seems like so. Yeah, we were there 2.5.
Yeah.
At least.
So.
You're up 24-0, and Northwest gets the ball back, like on their 1 or 2 yard line. And I actually could not believe they were throwing the ball. But Crockett picks it off and takes it back for a score. You're up 31-0 at halftime. Your DBs are having really good years.
Yeah, well, they're athletic and they really go after the ball. And Tommy is very, very intelligent. And he's so competitive. And we were a little surprised that he threw it up in the air too, especially towards him.
Yeah.
You know, he made a great play, and you could just tell he was going to score. He wanted to get that touchdown, and he just did a great job with it. And he's having a great senior year as well. We've moved him from safety back to corner to try to help him out with his shoulder, but you know, he just keeps playing, and you know, he takes a lot of pride in his performance, and is just a great leader for us.
Well, we thought the special teams unit played. They've played all year, I think. But Tommy Chapman has got that onside kick down.
Yeah. Coach Newton and Coach Bruns kind of spearhead that, and they've done a great job with that. And Tommy, the first week back against Glenville, he was kind of hurt. His legs, he didn't have the pop in it.
Right.
I noticed against Northwest, it seemed like when he was kicking it, it was really coming through hard, and the ball was coming off his foot really well. But he's capable of executing a variety of kickoffs, so we can pooch it right, pooch it left, onside it a couple different ways, kick it deep to either corner or deep middle, and so those are tremendous assets, because I don't think teams really know where we're going to go with the ball, and they can't. It's hard for them to set up their returns because they don't know where the ball's going to end up, and you know, our guys are hustling, and we almost got that pooch. Kyle Payne did a great job of hitting the Northwest kid as soon as he touched the ball and knocked it loose. But you know, their other kid had hustled over and got it, but we almost got that one too.
And we're going to do some highlights now that we have courtesy of Denise White. Always, again, we appreciate everything that she does. And here we got, I believe this is Sheldon's 25-yard touchdown
pass. Yeah.
Does a nice job after the catch there.
Yeah, we got the ball out in space to him. He did a good job and really accelerated.
This is the onside kick, yeah.
Yeah, it was after the penalty, I believe. They got a penalty, a personal foul, so we got it on the kickoff and shortened it. So it's kind of a no-brainer to onside it there.
You got Kyle Nelson with one of his touchdown runs.
Jake
Nelson, Kyle Nelson.
Yeah.
He made a nice run after he made this catch here.
Yeah, he did. Nick did a good job getting the ball to him in stride, and you know, it was really, really a good job getting the yards after catch.
There's Jake Nelson again with another one.
Mm-hmm. Just run the stretch to the right. Jake does a nice job cutting it up where he sees a hole.
Austin Beck catches the 2-point conversion here. That was.
Yeah, we missed the first one, and then came back, and Nick found Ryan coming on the back of the end zone.
And like you said, Chapman really looks a lot better now than he did the first couple games back.
Right. And, it's a good field goal attempt.
You got Thomas Croco over here with the interception. And you could, like you said, you could tell he wanted it.
Yeah, he's in great position all the way, and he goes up high to get the ball so no one else can get it, and he accelerates, and then some guys get some blocks along the way. So it's anytime you score defensively, it's great.
Jesse Carell, one of the defensive linemen, had a good game.
Yep. Jesse's really coming on. He's a junior. He's getting better and better every week too.
There's Reed Kaiser on a 27-yard reception. He did a nice job finding the seam, though, too.
Yeah, Reed's going to be all right. He's, you know, he's a little light for a tight end, but he's a good receiver, and he really works at it.
Jake Nelson again in that.
And the Wildcat.
Yeah.
Here's touchdown number 4 for Jake.
You know, Jake does a good job of reading that, and
There you see the final.
4 touchdowns.